Hello, today is Saturday, June 10th, and we are not live whatsoever from Shimboku City in Akita Prefecture. Recently, we discovered this hidden gem and we decided to come here for Community Day.
Right, today we're at Shusen Lake. Now, it's a normal, everyday lake, but due to the melting snow in the spring, it fills up the two nearby dams with water. And once a year, around early April, they release the water into the lake, which spills over into the nearby forest, creating this really unique sunken forest phenomenon. It wraps up around early June, so we're just in time to showcase it for today's Community Day episode.
So what are we waiting for? Let's walk 10,000 steps and earn our Calla Lily badge.
Yay! Since I know people will wonder, our matching t-shirts were distributed during last year's June Community Day at an in-person event in Tokyo. We didn't actually go to the event, but managed to buy 2 shirts off Mercari for a reasonable price. I do not recommend trying to buy the same shirts off eBay. On a separate note, we took this trip with our friend, driver, and drone operator Glenn, who is responsible for taking these amazing overhead shots and allowing us to use them in our video. Living in Akita for over 6 years, he knows all the best spots of the prefecture, which you can check out on his Instagram page in the description. Despite living here for so long, even he had never heard of the Sunken Forest before I mentioned it to him. It would be nice to make this place more well known. Being just a short ride from Senboku's famous Lake Tozawa, I recommend anyone visiting in the spring to take a slight detour and see the Sunken Forest.
After spending about an hour taking in the sights, we decided to continue along the lake to see if we could check out the dam that was responsible for flooding the forest. Along our travels, we came across an overgrown road, a post-apocalyptic scene reminiscent of the Pikmin series.
Check it out, we've actually found an abandoned road with a bridge that counts as bridge Pikmin. So we're gonna try to use our detector here. On the actual bridge itself, it's a 1 in 3 chance with forest and waterside. But on our way in, we noticed that there was a 50% chance between forest and bridge, so we're gonna try to use our detector there. But just check out this whole road is like completely abandoned. It gives off a kind of eerie feeling to it. So much overgrowth here, and then the road just ends. But as you can see on the map, it's supposed to be some kind of like mountain path that just goes all the way over to Shusen Lake, but it just ends. And over here behind me, you can see the dam. Now that's the dam where the water is released into Shusen Lake. So that's where this river is flowing now.
Unfortunately, neither of us managed to get bridge Pikmin, so we continued on to the nearby Tamagawa Dam Park. While Glenn got some spectacular footage of the dam, Gianni and I decided to hunt for shiny Axew in Pokemon Go while getting more steps for our badge.
And don't forget, today is also Axew Community Day in Pokemon Go, so let's go hunt some shinies.
You could really feel the power behind the dam, and it felt so much larger up close than we expected. We drove out of the park and made our way to the top, getting a full view of Shusen Lake to the north and the Tama River to the south.
The day was almost over. Glenn recommended we stop by a shrine with a waterfall we would be passing around sunset. We each had about 3,000 steps to go, and it looked like the perfect spot to earn the badge. Or so we thought. Once we actually got there, we discovered that there was essentially no cell signal. Luckily, steps are counted based on your phone's own internal counter and are then ported into the game when the connection is reestablished. So we did our best to approximate an additional 3,000 steps while Glenn does what Glenn does best. On our way home, our tour guide Glenn took us to this little known spot with a small shrine and a waterfall. I don't know the name of the waterfall right now, but I'm gonna look it up later because right now there's no cell signal whatsoever. So yeah, we've just been trying to get our last 3,000 steps in. We've almost got the badge. So come on, let's go check this out. As you can see, it is now golden hour and there's just absolutely no way that the camera is doing this scene justice, but it is so insanely beautiful with the waterfall in the background, this shrine, the sun setting. What a great little spot for Community Day. Gianni suddenly got a single bar of service, which allowed us to connect to the game and earn our Calla Lily badges. While no Niagara Falls, the waterfall was big enough to create a cool, misty breeze, something well deserved after the day's adventure in the sun and to celebrate our 10,000 step achievement. I thanked Glenn for driving us around and for letting us use his drone footage. With all the goals met for the day, and all the places we wanted to visit visited, it was finally time to head home. That is, until Glenn told us a story about a cursed shrine that happened to be on the way. As the story goes, some members of a tourism company wanted to showcase the shrine in an advertisement, among other notable locations in Akita Prefecture. After opening the door to the shrine, the camera footage suddenly became corrupted and was completely unusable for the tourism ad. Even the tour guide's phone received some kind of interference. Maybe it was a solar flare or something, but some members of the film crew still swear that they are being followed to this very day. After hearing that story, we were too afraid to visit the shrine and decided to just go home. Of course not! Just like Alph, Brittany, and Charly, we three intrepid explorers decided to venture into the cursed shrine. And as you can see, everything turned out just fine. If I don't make it out of here, tell the Pikmin I love them. It is very, very cold in here. It's actually kind of nice. Here's the shrine itself. Oh, lots of... and a chicken. Let's hope none of our footage gets corrupted. Ghost. Let's hope none of our corrupted.